I'm Jill with the West Regional Branch of the Mobile Public Library, and today I'd like to make a book recommendation. This is for the book Dragonsong by Anne McCaffrey. It's the first in the Harper Hall of Pern trilogy. And of course that's part of the larger Pern series where it's kind of sci-fi, but it really reads more like fantasy because people are riding on dragons. But there's a whole sci-fi backstory explanation about why they have dragons, so it's not just magic. But anyway, the Harper Hall trilogy is about Manali, who is, at the beginning of the book, she's a teenager and she comes from a hold where they're fairly conservative and they're fisher folk, and she just doesn't fit in. And she runs away from home and she goes and lives in a cave for a while with little miniature dragons. It's very cute, but it's also, I don't know, it's just one of those kind of escapist teen fantasy type books. I originally read it as a teenager and absolutely loved it, and I reread it recently and still really enjoyed it. And now part of that may be nostalgia speaking, but if you liked those sort of escapist fantasy kids finding their own path and striking out on their own kind of stories, it's coming of age type stories, I would say give that one a try. And it's also a good beginner book for the Pern series if you're ever interested in the Pern series, because it's not the first book Anne McCaffrey wrote. The first book, Dragon Flight's actually terrible. That whole Pern series kind of goes up and down in quality throughout the series because she wrote it for, I don't know, 30, 40 years or something like that. But I think the Dragonsong might have been either the second or the third book she wrote, and you can start with that one because it's an independent trilogy from the other, like, actual technically beginning trilogy. And it's, like I said, it's better constructed than the first book. The first book was kind of rough. So that's why I say start with the Dragonsong, and then it's Dragon Singer, Dragon Drums. I think that's the trilogy. But anyway, we have all three here at the Mobile Public Library, and I believe they're on Hoopla. I could be wrong about that. I will check and leave a comment in the comment box if it is on Hoopla. But that was actually, like, the Pern series by Anne McCaffrey is one of your big famous sci-fi series. So if you are a sci-fi fan and you've not read any before, definitely give it a try. It'll give you some insight of kind of like the history of science fiction, because these were written starting in the 70s. So a lot of your writers writing today, you can tell, grew up reading these books. Okay, and let's see, for a food item, I actually made myself some notes so I don't have to, like, think one up. I really like flavored cashews. I really like those sriracha ones and jalapeno ones, and honey roasted ones are fine, like glazed sweet ones, but I really like the spicy ones. The jalapeno ones are my favorite. Anyway, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you have been reading and eating lately. Also, if you've read Anne McCaffrey, what's your favorite Anne McCaffrey book? Because she wrote, I don't know, a couple hundred over her life, because she wrote right up until she died in her 90s, I think. Anyway, leave me a comment down below, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.